Hello, everyone. Hello, Maud. Hello, chat. Maud's about to go eat all you need sushi and dim sum, as she says. Her date's also late. Her date being her boy. Hey, we're gonna go on an insurance rant today, okay? Listen, well, the streamer is actually Luigi. Honestly, sometimes I swear to God, today I was thinking in my head, I was like, if I could Luigi this person that I'm talking to right now, and everybody would cheer for me, and I would be absolutely justified. Every time I call insurance, I swear to God, it's like pulling teeth out. Okay, I don't understand insurance. All right, listen. I don't understand why we don't have public systems, okay? I don't know why we allow insurance systems to be privatized and why we allow insurance systems to seek profit. It doesn't make any sense, okay? Tell me. A perfect insurance system runs at break point. It runs at break even, aka they spend as much money as they get in, therefore lowering the insurance premiums for all their clients, while also ensuring that everybody who does get affected by something is always perpetually covered, right? Instead, what you get is a stupid for-profit system whereby the CEO walks away with like millions of dollars. By the way, no one's ever been able to like tell me honestly, earnestly, and tell me truthfully, what does a CEO do that requires them to be paid millions of dollars that some other role doesn't, and why we even bother paying more for certain things? Like, none of it really makes sense, okay? Like, I say this as somebody who is a team lead in a development team. All right, I recognize how stupid all of this shit is because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, why am I being paid more than the senior guy on my team who has more experience just because I have a title on the paper that's a lead? Same thing with the CEO. All he does is fuck off, go play golf, and just think of ideas. Okay, but okay, we'll leave the CEOs for later. All right, the CEOs are for later. And today I'm talking about insurance. The best insurance system is meant to be at break even. So how come it is not at break even? Tell me, why do we allow insurance systems to take profits from it when ideally they should be running at like a constant zero, aka they spend as much as they make and people are covered, right? And why do they make it so goddamn hard to call in for insurance? Like, what is the point of insurance and being so hard what is the point of me paying them and them having and hoarding all of that money if they don't spend it on me? That's the point of the fucking policy. Anyways, yeah, sorry, I had to deal with insurance. Every day I wake up and I'm like, Luigi was on to something. Like, genuinely, Luigi was on to something, right? I don't understand anything about insurance. Like, I just, like, I understand how it works, but the concept and the execution is so far diverged that we can only deem it a failure. If somebody came up to me, put out a proposal for a tech stack, and what they implemented was something completely different. Let's say they said, okay, we're gonna go with like a we'll go with like a lamp stack or like a Jamp stack or whatever the fuck it's called, okay? And then they hand me a WordPress website. I'd be like, I'm not paying you $5,000. I'm gonna pay you $10. I'm gonna pay you like $50. The fuck is this shit? You're fired. Because what the fuck is this? But all of a sudden we're okay with insurance diverging from the concept of a pooled pool of money so that people can like put them. So people can like pull from it when they need it, and instead it's now a for-profit system that denies claims instead of actually trying to give money back to the clients. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It actually doesn't make any fucking sense. The worst part too is that they keep asking you so many fucking questions, and honestly, I swear to God, every single person who works for insurance who's like the front line sort of like, I'm gonna talk to you person, it's okay. They have a title like Special Investigations Unit. So I'm not even kidding you, okay? The guy that I talked to is from the Special Investigations Unit. What does he investigate? Insurance claims. What right does he have to do that? Nothing. He's never been to criminology classes. He's never actually studied law. He doesn't even know the finance side. Guess what the requirements are? The requirements are, can you strong arm someone, and then can you read off a fucking checklist? The motherfucker tried to get like real rough with me, and I was like, listen, buddy, look, me and you, we have to talk about this, okay? And I was just like, listen, you can't talk to me like that. And the mother, like, I don't understand. It's like LARPers. It's actually like, it's like Paul Blart Mall Cop, but instead they decide whether or not you get paid back for some events. Like, it doesn't make sense. And then again, what is the point of having them if the point of the insurance is a cash out when you need it? I don't get it. Like, it's kind of easy to prove whether or not something happened because you can see the damage. You know what I mean? Like, especially if I have fucking photos. Then we took photos on the day of, and I send photos of the damage on the day of, and it's like, yeah, this window, as you can tell, is no longer attached to the fucking wall. The window is off the fucking wall. What more do you need? Anyways, yeah, sorry. Want to play some Luigi's Casino thing? Okay. Everyone, calm down. Put your pitchforks down. Put your pitchforks down. Turn off the fire. When I hit rock bottom, I'm going to I as a solemn promise. When I hit rock bottom, I'm going to Luigi an insurance company for all of you. Swear to God. I'm going to sacrifice my final moments for the sake of the world, and until I hit rock bottom, I will do everything that I can to try to destroy the system from the inside out because it is corrupt and useless. Because insurance is a useless scam, and as soon as I make $1 bajillion, I'm going to overturn all insurance companies and just like make them really really sad. Okay. Anyways, welcome to today's stream. Today's whole day. You know what? It makes sense for whole day if you think about it, right? Because what do you do? What do you do with holes? Like how do holes form? Well, you dig them, and then what is the colloquialism? What is that saying? You're digging your own hole, right? It means that you're going to dig your own grave, right? All of this is going to be used as evidence against insurance, and the police are going to knock on my door. So in fitting with today's theme, I'm digging my own hole, but fuck it, I'm so fucking pissed at them that I might as well. Enjoy your dates, enjoy your days. There's not much that's going to happen today, except for the fact that the entire day we based around holes. I was very vague about what's going to happen today because I almost couldn't believe how many games I found that were based around holes. It's a concept that you don't really think about, right? But it's something that I thought about for game development, specifically because I'm now finalizing the plans for how we want to make the pinball game, where and like what we want to do with it. Because I really, really do. Because we really are going to start development on the Monday forward. Like I have absolute free time until basically end of month because I'm just waiting for callbacks from certain jobs, right? And these are like the interviews that I did that were high priority on my list. So I basically will not take another one until one of the 6 call me back. And if they all say no, then I go back to the drawing board. But until then, I have time to wait, okay? And I don't want to do too much because all the other roles are honestly very low quality. So, we're going to be programming games, right? And I was thinking to myself, what is a game? Right? Like really think about this. How many different game concepts do you have and what ultimately results in a game? Well, guess what? Anything can be a game. And as long as it's fun. And I sort of thought about like what is the most boring task that I can think of that could result in a game. And I was just sort of like playing with this idea. And then all of a sudden I found out that like Steam recommends me a game about digging holes. I don't know why Steam recommended me this. And Steam also recommended me a game that was on my wish list for a while as well that had a bundle on sale. The bundle being $100 total, but still it was on sale, right? Pretty good. And we have a pretty interesting day ahead of us because we're going to be playing with a lot of holes, okay? So if you want me to play with your hole, let me know. I'll play with your hole, whatever you want, right? You want me to like stick my finger in? Sure. In fact, we can during today because there's going to be a portion of today that's going to be in VR. So there's going to be a portion of today that's going to be in VR. I'm going to stick my hand inside of your hole. It's going to be great. A lot of fun. And yeah, it's actually interesting to see, again, how many games have come out with this one concept of like, what do we make a game around holes? It's like, it reminds me of this like certain, or like of this new deluge of games that's based around the concept of pachinko or like Peggle, right? Like you have Peglin, you have Bali in Air, like games that are based around dropping a ball, seeing it hit pegs, and seeing it build up points. You have games that are based around cards. Like you just have a shit ton of card games. Balatro is one of Slid's fire. It fascinates me how much you can do with a concept as long as you build a fun framework around it. And I'm hoping that these games sort of do that too. And it sort of gives me inspiration and sort of the motivation and the drive to try and make the pinball game just as good as well. Because if they can do that for digging a hole or dropping balls into like a hole or like, pegging balls or, stuff like that, then surely I can do it for pinball too. The problem is that I'm both lazy and also very unmotivated and also very, very uncreative. So we'll see how it goes. But it's going to be interesting. But today's intro is also going to be very, very short. Again, I just wanted to rant about like just a single moment of fucking insurance because I am mind blown every single day. So instead, I will take this time to remind everybody, please get your submissions in by, I forget what time it is. Let me double check. Get your submissions in for the Infinity Nikki Lookbook contest. Submit to me. Don't say submit to me. Have all the submissions in by 1 a.m. my time, because I need at least 10 minutes for all of you to like download the videos. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Let me refund your alerts because I'm going to tell you right now, I forgot to set that back up. So I forgot to set up a bunch of things actually. So yeah, so listen, whatever you do, don't reformat your computer. It's not worth it. I don't know why I decided to reformat my entire computer, but it wasn't really worth it because I just download shit anyways, and now my hard drive is full again. And I still get blue screens when I stream, so does it really matter? Anyways, let me see how can I refund you? Do you even deserve a refund at this point? Like you should have known this. You should have known this the moment that you showed up that you wouldn't have any real ability to get anything. You got a new PC and your stream still hasn't recovered. That's okay. Wow. Rest in peace. Wait, what's wrong with your stream? Or like what's wrong with your PC? I'm actually curious about that. Because did you get the new whatchamacallit, the new what's it called? The new like the 5000 series? Because the 5090 is melting. So those of you who don't know, PC. Okay, this sounds like a racial supremacist thing, but I swear to God, it's not. It's a subreddit called PC Gaming Supremacy. Is it PC Gaming? No, PC Master Race. This is not a racial supremacy thing. It's just I don't know why. I don't know why Reddit has a subreddit called PC Master Race, but on PC Master Race, people are posting their burnt out 5000 series cards that seem to catch on fire and heat up. So hopefully it's not that. It's not. Okay, you haven't fixed TTS and you have a 3070. You don't need more, TBH. You don't need more. Well, I can. Do you even use your computer? Have you ever tried to generate AI porn? Yeah? Yeah, if you did, you would know you need a 5090. I'm just kidding. Sure. Listen, I don't know why they name it like that. It's not a racial supremacy thing. They just call themselves the PC Master Race. But they post videos and pictures of their 5090s going on fire. However, it seems to be inconsistent because some people have it going on fire, some people don't. People have been testing it. There's been a benchmark done by somebody where they showed it gets up to 150 degrees Celsius. Other users who are running that same benchmark don't have those results. Some do. So it seems to be sort of like a back and forth, all over the place type of deal. Which it's interesting to see that as the years go on, things feel like they get less and less stable. Like or maybe it's sort of like the rose tinted glasses, right? Because I always buy at least 1 to 2 generations behind, so that all the issues get solved. So I'm on a 2080 Ti. I probably won't buy until the 6000 series, because as far as I know, the Kanojo simulator game on Steam doesn't need a 5090 yet. But when it does, I'll probably have to upgrade. So let's see. But I don't remember these things dying as much back then. But then I do recall struggling to get my first graphics card installed and getting it and like struggling to keep it on without it turning off due to overheating. So maybe I'm just misremembering all how difficult these things really were to get started. But I remember a time when you could reasonably buy like the top end item and reasonably expect that it would work. I can't imagine dropping 50, like the amount of money for a 5090, which, by the way, I think the prices from MSI have gone up by 500. So look at 5090 prices. Let's just look at the 5090. Let's look at, sure, let's go to Newegg. Sure, Newegg. It's, well, a 4090 is $4,000. Shipping from Hong Kong. Any 4090 that's in Canada is sold out on Newegg. Oh, Jesus Christ! What the hell happened? So I'm assuming the 5090 is like $6,000. I'm gonna assume this thing's like $6,000. Okay, imagine spending $6,000 and all of a sudden it no longer works. Like, how devastated would you be? Okay, and I know it seems like a lot, but it's because it's Canada. It costs a lot to get things here. Like, I would be absolutely heartbroken knowing that I spent like $4,000 to $5,000. And what's interesting is that I'm sure there's probably somebody in that market who has bought it, who isn't necessarily rich, but it's sort of their stretch goal, right? So it's somebody who's like barely sort of staying afloat, and then it's their stretch goal to get like a really cool thing for themselves, and then they spend all this money and it breaks, and your only recourse is to wait for a new one for months, and it's like it's strange to me because I like maybe from the company side it like doesn't matter as much, right? Because and I see this behavior a lot within the company decision making where they'll look at people as like numbers and they'll see, okay, only this only happens to like, 1% of our users, it doesn't matter. But 1% of your users is 10,000 people. And each of those 10,000 people, well, roughly, let's say, have emotions. Let's assume that all 10,000 of those people have real human emotions, okay? And then imagine how distraught they are that they run into these issues, right? Not saying that NVIDIA is doing this, but it's fascinating that there's no drive to hit 100% stability. And maybe in reality, it could be me talking me out of my ass because there's probably no way to. There's probably no way to hit 100% stability because it's a pipe dream to like get there, right? And so it's interesting to sort of see this whole problem happen and see everything sort of like fall apart, basically. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So yeah, it's interesting to sort of see these problems. I've been every day. I call insurance and I get more and more radicalized. Every day I deal with things like my graphics card exploding and I get even more radicalized. Honestly, like I kind of miss the days when unions would like pull a CEO out of a building and just like punch him. You know what I mean? Just be like, look, my graphics card's on fire. What the fuck are you gonna do? What do you do? That's $4,000 down the drain, man. Anyway, sorry. I'm digging my own hole even further and further. Today is a dig your own hole day. In fact, today is all about holes. So if you like holes, then you'll like today's stream because, man, do I love holes. I actually tried to find a song about holes, but I couldn't find any. So we're just gonna play songs that aren't necessarily about holes. I just figured I should just play you a song that I really enjoyed that we kind of like found last night again, because I had no clue about this song. Goodbye, Final Fantasy IX. So for those of you who don't know Chic is Chic Le Freak is a very, very classic group. They had a song actually, I Want Your Love, and I didn't know that they made a song called A Warm Summer Night or something. Is it A Warm Summer Night or is it? Yeah, A Warm Summer Night. This song was amazing, and we actually heard it last night as part of the as a part of the whatchamacallit streams. The what are those streams called? What are those streams called? The ProtoWeb streams, where we go onto this old website or this old version of the web and we find various songs. And that was actually a great place to find new songs because shoutcast.com is apparently a streaming service where you can listen to radios. And I'm not even kidding you. So chat posted this, but the one radio that we were listening to costs 2,000 euros to buy a license to listen to it. So if they ever find out that I listen to them, they're going to send me a very threatening legal letter for $2,000. And that is my breakpoint. If I get a letter from a CEO asking for $2,000 because I listened to their publicly linked internet radio, I'm going to go Luigi. But until then, I thought I'd play you a song that I think sort of best exemplifies the mood that we found ourselves in last night with all the songs and the very cool things that we found and sort of the interesting bits and pieces that we saw. It's a song by a group called Sister Sledge, which I had never heard of until last night. So this was a great find, and they have a very interesting vibe. I forget what the actual term for the music was back then, but it's like a specific sort of genre and category of music that you would find within discos, if that makes sense, or you would find within like a discotheque or just a place where you would like hang out, dance, drink, and just maybe not even sometimes drink. I mean, you used to have like roller discos where people would skate around on like roller skates, and the Canadians would do it with like ice skates, and then somebody tackled somebody, and then hockey was invented. But you could listen to this song anywhere, and as long as you are in the mood to party and just let go and just enjoy yourself, I think you'll have a very good time. This is All American Girls, the 12-inch version. I swear to God, I didn't make that up. Look, the song, the title of the song on YouTube says the 12-inch version. So that's like double the national average. Okay, by Sister Sledge, who is, by the way, not just one sister. Okay, again, a double misleading thing. Not just there are four sisters. They're four sisters. Just please enjoy. I've committed a grave error. I forgot to say pause the trade war before I played the song. I want you all to know I am a proud Canadian. I just forgot to say pause the trade war, but I'm gonna say it now. Okay, look, pause the trade war. Okay, that song is amazing. All right, that song is A, very very catchy. B, the lyrics feel almost like incendiary in a way. It's meant to ignite a fire and a passion inside you for wanting to reach for the top and get what you deserve. Right? In a way, it feels almost slightly revolutionary, which is a little how I'm feeling today, as you can probably tell. I also really really enjoy the lead singer's voice. She has that like. There's a raspiness to it, but the way she uses her raspiness feels like an element of the instrument of her voice. It's very very nice. You rarely hear that from singers because it's kind of hard on your throat to do. It's actually like very hard. It's like singing when you have a sickness, but some people do naturally sound like that, and she incorporates it so well into her singing that very beautiful. Apparently, I'm pretty sure Adele was going through something similar where she had pieces of that showing up in her songs as well because of the polyps in her throat. So hopefully it's not because of something major, but when it does happen, it sounds extremely nice. Again, it's also weird because she sounds a lot like the streamer that I like watching called Koki, and it's strange because it's like that same raspiness in the talking translates so well to the singing that I think it works well. So if you've never seen them as well and you want to hear like a raspy-ish voice as someone talks, you should watch them, Koki. But yeah, trade war's back on. Down. Actually, no, wait, trade war pause again. I will say this too about the trade war. I'm very upset that KFC will disappear at some point from Canada because KFC is the only fried chicken that I actually enjoy. I like Popeye fried chicken, but like the five spices in KFC are kind of good. And I know the real Colonel Sanders said the gravy tastes like wall plaster, but like man, it's the best that we got. You know what I mean? And with trade war back on. That was All American Girls by Sister Sledge. Very solid song. We don't speak about the Americans here. We're gonna move on now. I'm gonna play some games. As you can tell, I'm kind of fired up for many things. Today's gonna be again an interesting day because it's all about holes. Okay. There's actually two games, and I don't even. We're gonna start with the more sort of like simpler, probably slower one. It's an idle hole game that we can probably play the other game with because I don't think the other game is gonna be very very long. But we also have to switch to VR by the end of today, so we might as well get as much as we can in ASAP so that we can sort of make time for the time that I lost. So sorry about that. I lost quite a bit of time. Give me a moment to set things up, and we're gonna start playing a game called Digzeum. Yeah, this is a game released back in. Okay, listen, Steam. I swear to God, you play one more video. Sorry, Beer. I have to go actually, because while I was playing, I did get a text message. I have to go do some things. Sorry, it's a bit of an interruption day. The last 2 days have been a bit of an interruption day, so I do need to sort of go and deal with things. What if it turned into an RPG or something else? I kind of wish it did. Because the way that it is now, I feel kind of whelmed. Again, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's a bit like playing my life at Portia, where I go, I could be playing this, or I could be playing Stardew Valley. I have to go. I have to deal with some other things. Again, tomorrow is the Infinity Nikki lookbook thing. Be sure to show up and have your costumes ready. Send them to me by tonight, and we'll figure out who wins this time. Okay. I'm excited for this one because I've already seen some of the submissions, and my wife actually made costumes on my account, and we were playing around with the concept. I think this one's going to be a bit of a banger concept. I think the Valentine's Day concepts that I came up with really work because the game has a surprising amount of pieces that can fit into these outfits. So I'm excited to see all of your various outfits for, again, the person who falls in love, person who falls out of love, and a person who's like a very tsundere person. Or like a yandere, sorry. As well, tomorrow will be a bunch of other romance-style games I think you'll really enjoy. Yeah, we'll do longer streams tomorrow too, because tomorrow I'm basically free the entire time. So, randomly chance new RTS where you fight moles something or a farming game. Yeah, something, anything, something. To be fair, again, the game is like $3. It's I think it's meant to be like a for fun. If anything, this is a game that's designed to be an advertisement for their other game, Solarpunk. So it makes sense. Bye everyone. Have a good night. Please do take care of yourselves. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Sorry it ended up being a much shorter stream today, but I did not expect today to be as busy. But I did have a feeling it'd be a lot of things to do. So we'll do some more of the last game I was gonna play was a VR golf game that went on sale. So that's what it was going to be. I'm gonna see if I can actually like push all of you to somebody because I usually never get the chance to like raid someone, which is pretty nice because of the whole ending early, but no one's on. So bye everyone. Have a good night. Please take care of yourselves. See you all tomorrow. Again, please send in your costumes when you can, and be sure to have everything ready. And again, if you want to join the Sven co-op stuff later this week, please do download Sven co-op and let me know your Steam ID inside the Discord. Okay, peace.